Yeah. So it's from 300 to 80, it's slowing, right? So slowing means there is a deceleration. So deceleration is what? Deceleration is the negative acceleration, right? So they're asking you to find the acceleration. So they're asking you to find acceleration. So you get a value in negative, right? So now understand how to do that. What is acceleration? What is the answer? Sure.
No, I can't do it right.
But what is the answer? What answer you got? This one.
Hold on, don't end here. So just
And I noticed that because I'm uploading these things into the YouTube, right? The video and all those. No one, we were zero. Good job. We were zero. Right? So, you don't need to cheat me, okay? It's just, you do your job. So, you got to understand, more than me wants to teach you, you should feel the need to learn from me. A person like me, right? I don't want to deliberately teach you, but I'm pushing my students. Please try to understand. Okay, I'll do this question for you. So, so how many meters per second? What is the first answer? So I hope you understand grade. 1 hour. In 1 hour, it will reach 300 kilometers. So that means 60. How many seconds, right? So 3,600 seconds, right? So this is going to be 300 kilometers, right? 10 to the power 3 meters. So this is nothing but now 3,600 second in, so I'm going to put 3 times 10 to the power 5 meters. So in 1 second it will reach 3 times 10 to the power 5 divided by this one of meters, right? So this value, oh, I'm not answering the question. So it's asking how many meters per second. Yeah, meters per second. I'm answering the question. So this is meters, right? So this much of meters in this much of seconds. So it would be, now you will simplify this, 3 times 10 to the power 5 divided by 3,600 meters per second. That's the answer. So question number B also fine. So now calculate the acceleration of the formula. So now you have to understand, by looking at the details given to you, this is your initial velocity, initial speed u. This is your final speed v. Remember last week. This is your meters s, displacement, distance is given to you. So uvs is given to you. Now what you need to find is the acceleration. So the acceleration is not given to you. So now you have to think smartly and think which equation is going to work here, right? So from those 4 equations you have to find the equation v squared is equal to u squared plus 2as. So why you need to do that? Because v is given, u is given, 2 is okay, s is given. The only thing you don't know is a. You can do that. So find a now. Find a for me. You have to give me what is 80 kilometers per hour. So it would be let's see. So this is going to be 80, right? So it's 1 hour. It's going to be 80 kilometers. So it would be 3,600 seconds. This should be 8 times 10 to the power 4 meters. So in 1 second, it would be 8 times 10 to the power 4 divided by, right, 3,600. That would be meter per second. So that you have to simplify. So you simplify that and tell me the answer. So this is your final, right? This is your v and this is your u. U means initial, right? U means initial. This is your final, right? So accordingly you can put the things into the equation and you can find the a value here. So s is already given to you, right? S is in 50 meters. So u is known, v is known, so then you can find a. So tell me the answer. What a value? You can use a calculator if you want, because calculator is allowed in physics, right? Normal calculator. Okay, so if you are done, so it's just a matter of simplifying that and give me the getting the answer. So what is that value? Quickly use a calculator. And if you are done, do the question number 2 as well. Okay, so second question. So how many meters per second? So slow from this, right? So this is your initial then, because you are slowing from, then your final would be this, then your displacement is this. So how many meters per second? So how much is that? So this is u, right? Sorry, v. What is this value?
1 times 10 to the power 4, 800, over 800.
So can we simplify that?
That is simplified.
So it should be 20 times 10 to the power 3 divided by 3,600, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you can put this into the calculator and tell me the answer, right? In
Right,
decimals
yeah,
or something.
All in decimals.
Yeah. So you can get rid of this. So this is 200 divided by 36. 200 divided by 36. How much is that?
5.5.
5.5? 5.
Yeah, okay.
ms minus 1. So 5.5 ms minus 1. Then that's all good. So calculate the acceleration of the car. So acceleration is a is what you need to find. So again we are going to use v squared is equal to u squared plus 2as. Then you get a is equal to v squared minus u squared divided by 2s. So 80 means what? So you have to find u, right? What is u now? 80 times 10 to the power 3 divided by 3,600. So it's gone. This is gone. So 800 divided by 36. How much is 800 divided by 36?
22.22.
22.2. So ms minus 1. So I'm going to do v squared now. So v squared is 5.5 squared minus 22.2 squared divided by 2s. Now how much is s? Yeah, it's going to be 100, right? So you should get the answer is in ms minus 2. So simplify then and tell me the answer.
4.63.
Minus, right?
Yep, minus 4.63.
Yeah. So it should be minus. Why? Because acceleration is minus, right? It's slowing down. It's minus. Okay, so that is all good. Okay. Deceleration, right? So here you will see that this is your deceleration, right? So your initial is 20. Now braking distance. So the braking means your initial, right? Initial is 20 ms minus 1. Your final is 0, right? Final is 0, you break it, yeah? Then your acceleration, now it's going to be minus. Why? Because it's a deceleration, right? So you need to find the distance, s you have to find. So what you are going to use? You are going to use v squared is equal to u squared plus 2as equation, right? So where v is equal to 0, u squared is equal to 20 squared, then plus 2 times acceleration is given to you minus 6 times s. So from here you get s is equal to 400 divided by minus 12 in meters. Is it right or wrong? It's plus. So you get some value, right? Yeah. So tell me the value, because I probably we need that later. Probably, I don't know. What is that value? 400 divided by 12. 3 point what? 30 point what? 30 point?
3.
33 point?
3.
2.
3.
2.
3. Yeah.
Good. Repeat the braking distance. This calculation for acceleration rates of. Okay. So it's just easy. So the first one is you have to do 400 divided by now 4 times 2 8. Second one is going to be 400 divided by 8 times 2 is going to be 16. You understand what I did? Yeah. So basically I took this here, so this 12 is basically 2 times 6, right? So now I'm going to replace this minus 6 by this, then it's going to be 8, so that's why you have 8 here, and then the other one 8 times 2 is 16. Yep, so that's all about it. So tell me that answer as well. So it's going to be 5, right? 50 meters.
Yep.
This one 20 what? 8 25.
Yeah.
So that's all good. So next one, question number 5. Try that. So in the 5th question, what we have to do is reaction distance is traveling at that. So let me see. Okay, so you need to find that distance, and the time is already given to you, and the initial velocity is given to you, right? So you need to find the reaction distance. So you need to find s now. What is given to you? T is given to you. Your initial velocity, which is u, is given to you. So you need to find s here. So how do you find s? Now reaction time is like you see something, it takes 0.5 seconds to sort of react, right? So while that you have a small distance, right? So, and we have to have an assumption here. That assumption should be this. So this u, initial velocity, is a constant. That means you are driving in a constant speed, right? So when you are driving in a constant speed, if that happens, your acceleration is 0. But because you don't have acceleration if you are driving in a constant speed, right? So what you are going to use, you need to find S now, right? Now time is given to you. So can you use V square is equal to U square plus 2AS? It is not going to work. Why? Because with S you have A. So A is 0, so then S will disappear. Can you understand what I'm saying? A is eventually 0, right? So when A is gone, S will disappear, right? So you can't use that. And also there is a hint given there, which is time here, T. So what you can do is, you can use S is equal to ut plus half into AT square. There S, U is what? 20. T is what? Half. Then A is 0, so the whole thing becomes 0. So that would be S is equal to 10 meters. Right? S is equal to 10 meters. So if you do the same thing for the other question, so you should get S is equal to 5 meters. Okay? So that's easy. Okay. Right. So try the other question. What do you mean another equation?
Like we had I think was it 5 equations?
No, you have to find the 4 equations, right?
Oh yeah. 4.
So you have to find the suitable equation. What do you mean by suitable? Okay, look at this. So find the stopping distance now. So the stopping distance is the reaction distance and the braking distance, right? So the reaction distance we already found, right? So reaction distance is here and here if the velocity is 10, right? Initial. So now we have to divide this into 2 different, right? Because this car has 20 ms minus 1, can have, right? And this car, the same car, can have 10 ms minus 1 according to the previous question.
Yeah.
Now the reaction distance when it comes to here, when it comes to here, still he is maintaining the same speed. So this distance became 10 meters. That is your reaction distance. Now you are going to press the brake. So when you press the brake, it will be like this, right? So the velocity becomes 0 ms minus 1. So now you have to find this S now.
Yeah.
So similarly, you can consider here 10 ms minus 1. So this distance you already found, which is 5 meters. And then here, this one is 0 ms minus 1. So you have to find this distance. Suppose that distance is D. So now S is easy, right? Because T is given to you. Oh, hold on. Find the stopping distance for a car traveling at 60 if the acceleration rate is this. Okay. So, I mean, this is wrong actually. So do that. So you are traveling at 60. It's easy again. 60 kilometers per hour. So you have to convert that into meter per second, and then it will stop here, which is 0 kilometer per hour. So, but you have to be careful. This is a small trap in the exam. So they will give you the acceleration in -6 ms minus 2. So you have to convert this into meter per second, right? So 60 meter per second is how much? 60 times 10 to the power 3 divided by 3600. That is going to be meter per second. How much is that? These two go on. So 600 divided by 36, how much is that? 600 divided by 36, how much is that?
16.60.
16, I would say 16. So it's 16. So now if you want to find the S, your initial is given, final is given, you have to find this. So you can use V square is equal to U square plus 2AS. Why? Because your V is 0, because this is your V, right? And U square is 16 square. plus 2 times A is minus 6, S is S. So from here S is equal to 16 square divided by 12. Okay, so that's easy. So question number 7, it's easy, so I'm not going to do that. Percentage reduction is just to take the two values and sort of divide it and add a percentage, right? That's not a big deal. Okay, try question number 9. Okay, so it's so simple. So let me take over. So 60, Tanuri, can you tell me 60 means what? 16?
16.7.
ms minus 1, and 50 means 13.9.
13.9.
Okay, so this is what we have, right? So the distance we have, S we have, and do we have anything else?
The acceleration was
Yeah, acceleration is how much? Minus 6?
yeah.
ms minus 2. Okay, we have that. So what we are going to do now, we are going to use v squared is equal to u squared plus 2as, and I'm going to use u is equal to 13.9 ms minus 1 here, and I'm going to use u is equal to 16.7 ms minus 1 here. So that will tell me, so this v square is equal to 13.9 squared minus 2 times 6 times 20. Here I get v square is equal to 16.7 squared minus 2 times 6 times 20. Yeah. So what is v here? When you calculate, what is the v value?
I got 6.1.
Which to 13.9?
Oh, 13.9.
When it is 13.9, you got a minus value, right?
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah.
What is that value?
It was minus 46.
Okay, minus 46. So she got some minus value here. So when you use 16.7, you got a positive value, right? What is that?
6.1.
6.1. So this will tell you that. Okay. So this will tell you that here the collision is happening. Why? Because your wall is here. You are starting from here. So 20 meters is the separation. So you start here with 16.7 ms minus 1 speed, which is u. So but when it reaches here, this appeared to be 6.1 ms minus 1. So which means there is a definite collision. But when you think about the other one, you get a minus. So that means the wall is here. Okay, so this is this. So u is equal to 13.9 here now. So you get a minus sign when you reach the wall. That tells you your car will stop here just before reaching. So here no collision is happening. Here collision is happening. Okay, so that bit is fine. Okay, question number 10 and 11.